lot of people doing their shopping, some of them specifically choosing Costco after other companies ditched their diversity, equity, and inclusion policies. Our Brittany Miller spoke to shoppers today in Harlem.
This wasn't your average trip to the grocery store. Every purchase had a purpose.
We're going to shop where we're wanted.
100 members of the National Action Network joined Reverend Al Sharpton to shop at Costco in support of the company's commitment to diversity, equity, and inclusion. Shareholders recently voted against a proposal to assess the risks.
This is not a boycott. This is a boycott, where we are buying into companies that are supporting DEI measures.
This comes days after President Donald Trump signed an executive order to get rid of DEI programs.
DEI started to gain traction after the killing of George Floyd. Corporations came forward and said, we're going to do diversity. We're going to do this because race needs to be dealt with.
Recently, Amazon, Walmart, McDonald's, and Meta have all rolled back their policies. The latest company to ditch DEI is Target.
I think many of them are realizing that these DEI programs were unfair. We find out when it's actually implemented, it's more like discrimination.
That's not true at all.
DEI programs basically prevent us from going backwards to a time when white supremacy and white straight men ruled the law of the land. Yeah. So we are trying to prevent that pushback, which is clearly happening in this administration right now.
And this isn't the end to their call to act.
This is just sad. It's sad that people follow Al Sharpton's lead. All right. So, we already know who DEI benefits. They're actually, I watched some of this video. They're going to explain who it benefits the most, right? So, supposedly, Al Sharpton handed out $125 gift cards, which totaled like $2,500 for these people to buy these things at Costco, all right? Costco's board, if you want to talk about diversity, equity, and inclusion, Costco's board has one black person. Person of color, right? And that's not even what I'm getting at. It's, why don't you take this to a black business? Can you imagine that a non-corporate black business get a one-time cash infusion or gift card or whatever you want to call it of $2,500? Even in New York, because New York got the highest prices in the world, really. But well, it is sad. I'm not laughing because it's funny. I'm laughing because I don't want to be upset. So I'd rather laugh. But it's just sad that these people following Al Sharpton, but you know what though? I guarantee most of them getting paid, because what I didn't know, I thought these was just some random people. These are people that actually work for his organization, nonprofit organization. So I can see why they would do it. They just doing their job. Race baiting and all this fake stuff.
Reverend Al Sharpton says over the next 90 days, they'll identify businesses who have abandoned those DEI policies and boycott them. In Harlem.
All right, guys, so we got to follow up on the story involving the #1 race hustler in this country, Al Sharpton. I'm not calling him Reverend, right? Because to me, he's not a Reverend in my mind. He's a race hustler, okay? So race hustler #1, Al Sharpton, who is currently staging DEI boycotts at companies that still support DEI, which, by the way, the race hustlers claim benefits white women the most, okay? I'm not entirely sure why there's so much energy to save an ideology, an initiative, programs that mainly benefit white women, right? I'm just saying it's a very confusing thing to me, okay? But these people are very passionate about saving DEI. They're supporting companies like Costco that are keeping it, and they're trying to boycott companies like Target, Walmart, etc., who are getting rid of it because they know that DEI is not profitable. Oh, it's divisive. It does not result in a positive return on investment. It's not efficient. You're not getting the best people with it. It's a waste of time, right? Resources and money. Okay, so a lot of these companies are abandoned. Now, in this story, we got to talk about Al Sharpton's latest boycott at Costco that may have backfired, because footage released from this boycott has revealed that this whole thing is fake, that it is a big grift. And I want to talk to you guys about it. I want to talk about it.
Surprise.
It's actually hilarious, some of the footage that is coming out of this boycott, because again, it's kind of being exposed as just another scheme by Al Sharpton and the race hustlers to get paid, right? Based off trying to divide this country. So I want to go ahead and play this clip here from the boycott featuring New Jersey Mayor Ross Baraka. Now, this was the same guy who was crying about the ICE raids in Newark. He is the mayor of Newark. He's actually running for governor of New Jersey. Okay, so keep that in mind as well too. This guy is running for governor, right? And him and Al Sharpton and all the race hustlers, they're leading this. So this guy was upset about ICE raiding a seafood packing facility, like a seafood shop. And he got upset about it, and he was, crying on behalf of the illegal immigrant criminals. So just understand the type of people that we're dealing with here, okay? So without further ado, let's actually play this clip.
That we need to discipline ourselves and punish and reward those who come out either to support us or be against us. So all of the companies that say they want to back away from diversity, equity, and inclusion, we need to show them by not showing up to their stores, by not spending our money in their establishments. And we're here at Costco today because we support people who support us.
That's right.
That's right.
And if you want to stand up with us, we should stand up with you. We're going to spend our money, and we're going to make the market share at Costco grow, and the other market share at other places diminish, because our dollar means something to us. It means something to this economy. It means something to this country. And if we all join together.
Yeah, so you see that, you heard that. The point of this boycott is to make the market share of Costco grow, to show these other companies.
These people are fucking clowns, man. These race hustler people are clowns, but they are millionaires and 10 millionaires and 100 millionaires. Now, I'm not saying that like it's a good thing. If money drives you in order to sell your soul, I mean, you're going to get the consequences eventually that comes with that. If you're an earthly person and you feel that what you're doing is right by lying and purposely leading people astray so you can get paid, well, you're some special type of evil, right? And what I mean by that is, if you do wrong on your own and it doesn't affect anybody, okay, that's one thing. But you're sitting here lying, and then you're trying to get a whole group of people, 40 million, around 40 million to be exact, to buy into your lies and leading them to this nonsense. And because we do live in a capitalist society, people feel they got to pay their bills. They will go along with these lies and this nonsense. You don't have to work at the National Action Network. What the hell does that even mean anyway? But you don't have to work there. You can go choose to work somewhere else, the way you don't have to work in a lie. But it's hilarious to me.
Who are abandoning DEI, that, hey, this is bad for business. It's good for business to have DEI, bad for business not to have DEI, right? That's the whole point, right? And this is what they did, right? This is the provider.
Costco. Shop at Costco. Shop at Costco. Shop at Costco.
This is
Yeah, so you got all these people with cell phones out, walking through Costco.
This is
taking up
hilarious to me.
space. Okay, now this is important because these individuals, while they are in Costco, They're not buying anything, right? Look at them walking through self-checkout with nothing. Nothing. They have nothing at all. So the people that are actually supposed to be buying stuff in the store that actually want to shop, they can't shop because you have these race hustlers and their followers crowding the store for a photo op. And none of them are buying anything.
None of them.
All, right? None of them are buying anything. They're not buying anything. Again, somebody tell me, somebody please explain, how is this good for business? How is this good for business? It's so embarrassing, guys, that after they got out, one of Al Sharpton's associates had to beg the attendees to actually go and buy something. Watch this.
Not shop. Please, the story will be you all didn't shop. Go back and shop.
Oh my God.
Gave out cards. We do not need you all. We'll see you on the way back. We need you to go in and shop, please.
Wow. Wow, you heard that, right? Lady in the background, ain't nobody go shop today. Wow. Yo, you cannot make this up. You can't make this up. This guy, Al Sharpton, and his team of hustlers, swindlers, they are staging these buy-ins at Costco. You get a whole bunch of people to show up that have zero intentions whatsoever of buying anything. But yet you make national news, the liberal media covers it, and then guess what happens? Guess what happens as a result? Al Sharpton gets donations to his nonprofit because his nonprofit, National Action Network, is the entity that is sponsoring these buy-ins, right? Do you guys see the grift here? Do you guys see how this works? So you stage these buy-ins to support DEI, which again, according to these same people, primarily benefits white women, where you have a whole bunch of people show up, you get this photo op, you get all this media attention, but they don't actually buy anything, right, at all. They don't buy anything. They don't help out the business, okay? They don't do what the alleged purpose is to do, but at the same time, they use the event to market the movement and what Al Sharpton is doing. And his nonprofit, as a result, gets donations, mainly probably from liberal white women who want to support this stuff, right, as a virtue signal. So they're just going to send money to Al Sharpton thinking that he's fighting against the racist, right? That's essentially, that's who this is targeted. Let's be real, right? The real target are liberal white women, okay? That's who they're targeting, to get to donate to them. And then Al Sharpton, he collects a check. This guy, Al Sharpton, has pocketed nearly $1 million in bonuses from his National Action Network nonprofit. But as you can see, the actual results of his nonprofit are questionable at best, right? Because none of those people bought anything, right? They didn't buy anything at all. They didn't buy anything at all. So again, what is the real point? The real point, again, is to raise money to make it seem like they are making a difference, but they're actually not, right? And they're trying to raise money. Al Sharpton gets paid, and that's it. That's what happens. That's exactly what happens. Now, my question is Costco in on the grip, right? That's my question. Are they in on the grip? Why are they allowing their store to be used for Al Sharpton to get another $1 million bonus from his nonprofit? Why are they allowing that? Because from a business perspective, we just witnessed all of those people come into Costco and they walked around, they blocked the aisles, they made it a lot harder for normal people who actually shop at Costco, Costco's actual customers, to shop. That's what they did. They didn't buy anything, they didn't add anything of value to Costco, and then they left. In my opinion, that is a major disruption to your actual core customers. So why are you allowing Al Sharpton to get rich off of your store, off of your brand, and he's not generating anything positive in return? He's not, because they're not buying anything. Now, I guess the argument can be made that, well, because of these buy-ins, more black people or more people will support Costco because they'll shop at Costco more, right? Because of it. I just don't think that's the case. I'm just not buying into that argument. Okay, I think most black people don't give a damn about DEI. Most black people are not affected by DEI. The black people that are affected by DEI are the black bourgeoisie. Okay, the black,
and that's exactly what he's saying is true. Most black people don't care about DEI, and most black people are not affected by DEI. That's one of the reasons why this country is made up of immigrants. It was based on the backs of slaves. And when they classify, like, basically saying, like, no human, no matter where they come from, should be excluded into this country. And therefore, these affirmative action and these DEI things, they disproportionately affect other groups. But, like I said, with Al Sharpton, he has a job to do. He's, to put it politely, shady character. He's a shady character. He actually used to work with the mafia. He's actually actively worked with the mafia. Saying he's shady is putting it very nicely. Because there's some things, I'm going to do videos on these type of things that this guy used to do. Oh my goodness gracious. Just like with some of the things that some people's Lord and Savior Martin Luther King used to do, orgies, Diddy, things of that nature. But that's going to be the end of this video. If you're on Facebook, just like the video, share the video, comment on the video. You can go check out YouTube as well, Mr. Info 5000. Peace.